How y'all doing this afternoon? Listen, I tell you, I'm doing well. It's another great day in Richmond, and we're here for another extraordinary time period. We celebrated our sustainability efforts in 3 years of those activities, which of course touch entrepreneurs and our small business just like everything does. It's also not lost on me that we're gathering here today during Black History Month in a city that continues to be recognized nationally as one of the places, the best places for Black-owned businesses to succeed. The spirit, that goes along with not only the month, but the focus on small businesses, entrepreneurs, and public-private partnerships is just one of those things that happens in Richmond in a way that it doesn't happen anywhere else is because of the way that I've noticed we always do things here, and that's together. Doing things together is kind of the only way you get things done. And so today's celebration and the check presentation to me shows the fruition of what together really means, whether it's a collection of business owners who are ensuring that businesses remain stable and kind of be a part of that Richmond fabric that to me, feels so special. I always want to highlight Pat Foster as well as Angie Rogers, who I depend on and probably call way too much. But I think them being a trusted source for me is also how much of a trusted source they are for you, and want to lift those leaders up at every opportunity. And then I'll kind of close with, man, I love public-private partnerships. I had a chance to serve in a national capacity, kind of leading those things. But, while this is a one-time event, I have, I don't know, just been looking at things that are so important here in Richmond and thinking about the investment that Truist is making in our community, which is just an example of that fabric of this unique community. Whether it's investment that expands work in places, small businesses like Mama J's, where you can tell from my stomach I spend way too much time at, or the museums that my children love to visit, or the barbershops and salons that we all frequent. Just partnering in this way ensures that the jobs and opportunities that are behind them that we don't always see continue to thrive. So as always, I'm happy to be here, support this work, and kind of join you in celebrating it. But I'm also happy that I get to introduce Mr. Floyd Miller, the president and CEO of the Metropolitan Business League, who in my short time here, I've not only grown to appreciate as someone that is a colleague and a partner in good, but I get to call him a friend. So, yeah.
All right, how you guys doing? Great. This is a celebration not only for Black History Month, but an opportunity for the Metropolitan Business League to expand its capital access program. And so I would be remiss if I didn't thank the City of Richmond for our great partnership. This is an opportunity for us to continue to expand on the great things that we're doing in the City of Richmond. The Capital Access Program, what exactly is the Capital Access Program? Well, if you guys remember 5 years ago when we had the pandemic, I said we need to do something to support small business with access to capital. And I can tell you that the Capital Access Program is a model program. It's a financial portfolio of different types of funding, grants, microloans that provide support to small businesses, historically marginalized businesses, disadvantaged businesses. Politically correct, I'm not sure what to say now, but I'm going to say it's for Black and brown businesses. And not only is it for Black and brown businesses, it's also for all small women and minority-owned businesses. And so it is a pleasure for us to be here today to have Truist to continue to support our efforts. In 2017, we were one of the selected nonprofits for the Lighting the Way Award, which was actually a SunTrust endeavor. And then shortly after that, we were able to get some additional funding from the Truist Foundation. And I can tell you that over my tenure, they have given us over $250,000 to support the MBLs. We'll have Ms. Rogers come and talk a little bit more about our partnership, okay? Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you Floyd, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for welcoming me. These are enormous partnerships for our office and our ability to serve the Richmond community. Um, Events like these and efforts like these that serve small businesses are really important to me always. I'm a former small business owner myself, and I'm always reminded that behind every small business is someone who has a passion that they're trying to pursue. They have a family and a community that they're trying to benefit. And they've got their sort of hopes and dreams that they are trying to live out through this business. And then you get hit with the, sort of knowledge that you need to figure out what your legal structure is going to be. You need to figure out financial projections. You need to figure out how to file your taxes as a small business. And then how are you going to get funding and access to capital to help you promote that passion and promote that idea? And what I always want to remember is that the more that we can support our small businesses in those kinds of efforts, the more that we can keep those businesses focused on what that passion is and what that service is to family and community. The city, along with our partners, have done some really great and really tough things over the past year. The city and its partners recently received the 2025 Excellence in Economic Development Gold Award from the International Economic Development Council. That's right, that deserves some applause. For our Small Business Recovery Grant Fund, which was a public-private partnership that supported businesses impacted by the water outage earlier this year. And now we've got this effort today, supported by Truist, that's going to help bring more access to capital for our small businesses in the city of Richmond. This work reflects the mayor's vision that Richmond is a city that works for families, for entrepreneurs, for everyone. And so it's through partnerships like this one with Truist and our partners at MBL in Bridging, Virginia. We're not just responding to challenges. We are building and rebuilding systems that create lasting opportunities. As someone new to Richmond, I have loved seeing the energy downtown and around town, events here at Main Street Station, the markets, investment along Broad Street. These efforts make it possible for business owners to live and work in Richmond, which is what makes this place so vibrant. So that access to capital, the efforts like this are making possible remains one of the most significant drivers of economic mobility for our community. So with that, I want to thank you all for welcoming me, and I am looking forward to seeing this effort bloom into something even bigger, even better, even larger for our city's small businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers. I'm sorry, Nicole, I kind of switched the agenda on you, but we need to hear from one of our business owners that received some funding from us. So, Ms. Evelyn Shelton, would you come up and Ms. Evelyn Shelton is the owner and founder of Nana's Bake and Bliss.
Yes.
I get it right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to hear from Ms. Shelton a few words about your experience with the Capital Access Program.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, I've moved to Richmond probably in 2021, so really not knowing, but just dived right in. Everything was by word of mouth. I always been a baker and a cook, but mainly a caregiver. And like I say, word of mouth. A friend told me about MBL and told me that possibly I can get a lot of help. So I just went in and applied, and The help was very welcoming, and I was told about the program, the Kiva, so I had capital access to the Kiva loan, which was a very easy process. It was no hassle. You know, they worked with me. It just took patience, but it came through. And while waiting on that, I was doing the other part of trying to get my business going. I had to think about it with the economy. So from going from a Mopar to a food truck, so I have a food truck, and my opening date is March 7th of 2026. Yeah. I will be offering baked goods, specialty drinks, soups, salads and sandwiches, and a lot of love. and so I'm thankful to NBL because they did help me, you know, and I'm appreciative to them. And there you go. All right.
Thank you, Ms. Shelton. So now I get the pleasure of introducing my board chair, Ms. Nicole Lewis, for a few remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank everyone for their comments and support. The young lady who's starting her business, congratulations. We're so excited for you and all that's going to be transpiring for your business. We'll be blessed. So thank you for sharing your testimony today, and appreciative of our city officials and the support that we get here. This sponsorship is so important, and we are so grateful for it because it provides critical access to funding and financial resources for small businesses, which is who we support. So we are very excited about this. And with that, I am excited to bring up our next speaker, Mr. Thomas Ransom. Sorry. He is the president for the Richmond region, or for the Virginia region for Truist. Thank you.
So let me begin with a thank you. Thank you for all of you for being here, because by you being here, by you leading this organization, you're showing a commitment to this community. You're showing a commitment to entrepreneurship, a commitment to small businesses. And so that is important. For us at Truist, our purpose is to inspire and build better lives in communities. And I start with the inspire part because it's great for us to make this contribution, but you know what's better is if other corporations see this and they come along with us on their journey. And so we want to inspire others to come support. Let's lift people up. And so I'm proud. I've been in this role for 4 years now, and over those 4 years, we've had the privilege to significantly increase our community giving in 2 pillars specifically: strengthening small businesses and funding workforce development. The challenge is, how do we prepare the next generation to be active workers and active citizens? And so I'm excited about that. I have the privilege of representing over 5,000 teammates and being the face of them. In the room today, we have Jared Pattison, our market president for eastern side of Virginia. We have Mark Johnson, who is my community relationships officer. You all know Mark. And then personal to this organization, one of our celebrity rock star business bankers, Sherry White Landrum, 36 years with the bank. We have 2 other teammates. I'm sorry, Mark, I didn't know we had so many teammates, all other Truist teammates. Okay, thank you. Thank you all from our mortgage group as well. So I just wanted to say a big thank you for what you're doing. It matters. And we are here today because this matters. It is important that we support, that we lift small businesses, that we provide the backbone for them to grow. Because as you know, and this goes back to 2008, I was one of the founding members as we founded the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce. And at that time, 64% of all small businesses said their number one problem was access to capital. And here we are in 2026, and that is still the number one problem. And so how do we fix that problem? One, for me personally, what I look at is who are the organizations that have a track record of proving they can make a difference. MBL is one of those organizations. Right? Bridging Bridging Virginia is one of those organizations. We're happy to partner with them and my friends at VCU, the Da Vinci Center. So we partner with those organizations that have demonstrated an ability to do that. And so the ask is, how do we get others to join us in this journey? And how do we support great small businesses that have the ability to scale? And that's what this new economy is about. It's about taking your opportunity in one location globally. And so we're happy to partner with you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. And thank you so much.
So now we get the money. Drum roll, please. And while we're waiting on Mark, let me tell you that the Capital Access Program, since its inception, has given out over $2.5 million in grants and microloans, and we are projected to give out $3 million by the end of the calendar year. So be on the lookout for more access to capital.
That's it. On behalf of the Truist Foundation, we'd like to present to Metropolitan Business League the Capital Access Program, $75,000. Thank you.